proud to be joined by Senators Stabenow, Whitehouse, and Wyden. Now, for weeks, we've been asking the House Republicans to come up with a credible plan to avoid default. Instead, Speaker McCarthy rolled out a wish list straight out of the Freedom Caucus Playbook. It's a bill that might as well be called the Default on America Act, because that's exactly what it is. DOA. Dead on arrival. That's right. Republicans released an extremist hard-right agenda written in a back room in secret to win the support of the Freedom Caucus. The GOP's Default on America Act does not bring us any closer to avoiding a first-ever default. In fact, it only brings us dangerously closer to default. Republicans' Default on America Act would mean fewer jobs, higher costs, leaving policemen, first responders, Border Patrol, our vets, hanging out to dry. For those who worry about gun violence and crime and keeping our communities safe, the Default on America Act wipes out nearly 30,000 law enforcement officers, while also gutting critical resources to secure the border. Donald Trump told House Republicans to defund law enforcement, and so the Republican Default on America Act does just that. If you're a small business owner, the DOA will raise your taxes. As even one GOP member admitted about the Republican bill, quote, essentially you're increasing taxes. You're increasing taxes, not on the wealthy, no, but on families, small businesses, American manufacturers. That's what DOA does. It would raise taxes and it would cut jobs. It would also eliminate close to 1 million jobs, over 800,000 according to Moody's. If you're a parent struggling to pay child care, the Default on America Act eliminates 105,000 child care slots across the country. The bill would worsen the opioid epidemic by cutting critical HHS programs over $10 billion over the next decade. That's a definition of cruelty. And if you want to go to college, the Republican package will slash Pell Grants for all students by $1,000 and even eliminate Pell Grants entirely for too many students. It's clear House Republicans are hell-bent on default one way or another, either a default on the debt or a default on everything else, on our future, our children, our promise to care for our kids and veterans and law enforcement. And what just happened a few hours ago in the wee hours of the morning? Speaker McCarthy capitulated to the hard right once again. If anything, the revised bill is even more extreme, more radical, more damaging to the economy, and a meaner version of Default on America Act. It brings us no closer to avoiding default on the national debt and is even less popular with Americans. Let me be clear. Democrats cannot and will not, for the sake of America and its families, allow Republicans' DOA Act to ever become law. Discussion of spending cuts belongs in talks about the budget, not for bargaining chips on the debt ceiling. The Speaker should drop the brinksmanship, drop the hostage-taking, come to the table with Democrats to pass a clean bill to avoid default. Time is running out.